You have a frame that doesn't have a loop for a lanyard, but you want one. You also have a frame that's a little brutal on the hand, and you want to put a wrap on it. Well, I got a solution for both of those. I'm going to show you today my favorite wrap that I put on my frames, plus I add in a lanyard. I'm going to bring you in close right after the intro, and I'm going to show you a close-up of this, and then I'm going to show you how to do it. So don't you go away. So alright guys, this has to be one of my favorite frames and one of my favorite wraps. Now if we can get a good close-up of that, you see how that looks there? Looks pretty nice. And a side profile, it's a little bit raised. And I find these flat frames, they work really great, but I find they're lacking a little bit on your, filling up the palm swell. They got no palm swell on them. And these actually help make it a little bit more comfortable in my opinion. But also, frames that don't have a lanyard on them, you can easily add a lanyard to it, no problem, just by tying a little bowline knot at the end. So, let's get this guy stripped down. I'm going to show you how to do this guy. We're going to put in a nice dark red and black striped paracord on this one, see how that looks. And we're going to put this guy on here. This one too, not too hard, but really fast, really fast to take it off if you want to. So, give me 1 second, let me prepare it up, and I'll show you how this thing comes apart. There we go. Okay, so we got our end out. Now we could wrap it around and get it done if we wanted to, but if we just pull this string, look at that. Comes right off. No knots, no muss, no fuss. And now we got a naked Evo. Let's get this guy wrapped up. Now I'm 5'10", which is about that. Let's do an extra 3 feet just in case. So we'll use about 8 feet. 9 feet. Alright. Now again, as soon as you cut your cord, you're gonna weld up those ends. There's one. Alright. So now you got your piece, you're just going to give it a quick heat up, give it a little press, lick those fingers, give it a little squish, and then you've got a, come on, focus, then you got a really nice welded little piece. That'll work just fine. Here's our Evo. Now it's the same kind of thing, we're going to do a bite. Now we want the bite to stop, I want my last row to come right above where it says Evo there. Right under where it says Evo, I want the last row to be right there, and I want to come down to about here. But at the end, we need room to tie our lanyard. So let's just take this much here, enough to fit your hand through, okay? And then we're going to start it from here. So let's give it 14 inches of extra. So this one can be a little bit fiddly, but stick with me guys, it's really worth it, I'm telling you. So, we're going to leave a little bit of extra, so we're going to have the loop come up right to the top of the fork gap. Let's flip this around here. We got all our extra, so we can tie our knot at the end. Now, basically what we're going to do is we're going to cross. We have our tag end here, and we have our working end here. Now the working end, we're going to cross over the top of the tag end, wrap it all the way around, and then once you get back to the center, see what we got here so far? Once we get back to the center, you're going to fold this guy back. You're going to wrap this guy back around. Now you're going to go all the way around again, around the back, until you reach the center. The first couple wraps are usually kind of a pain in the ass, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to fold this guy back, have this guy go under, and we're going to go back the direction we came. Pull that guy back under there, Go back around. Just so it crosses over. Fold this guy back. Pass that line under there, nice and tight. Fold it back down. Go all the way around. Same kind of deal. Fold it back. Wrap it around. I know this is getting kind of wonky, but trust me, it's going to look fantastic when we're done. Wrap it around. Flip this guy back. Tuck it under. So I'm just going to keep on doing this. Just a quick wrap, a fold, a wrap, back under. And go all the way around. If you want to, you can even just, I find one way it works better just wrapping it under, and the second way works better to pull it back, but that's just a right hand, left hand thing. So I'm going to keep on going with this, and I'm going to bring it back to you, and I'll show you how to finish it. We're back here, and it's looking pretty good. So at this point, before you tighten everything down, it's the same deal with this guy here. You're going to want to give it a little pull in the loop. When you pull that down, it's going to tighten up the bottom a little bit, because the bottom might be a little bit loose, because it is tough to do, but just give it a good tug. And it'll tighten it up, it'll snug up that bottom. And now we're ready to finish up this top bit. So now that we're over here, maybe we can get one more in there. Let's see. See how that looks. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. I like that better. Okay, so now that we've got this last one in here, everything's snugged up nice and tight, we're going to take our tag end, slap it through that loop, pull it nice and tight, and then we're going to tie this guy down. Now, it should be hard for you to pull through. You want it to be nice and tight. So once you got that down, nice and snug, give it a little tug. It'll pop it into that little hole and make that whole bit nice and tight. So we're going to do the usual. We're going to cut this off right here. Now we're going to melt that end. Give it a nice melt. I went and screwed it up, guys. It doesn't matter. I got too crazy with the lighter, but it's still going to work out fine. So there we have it. Nice looking wrap on there. All the knots are nice and centered. You can wiggle them around just a little bit just to finish them off. Get everything all flush and nice looking. All right, so now that we're all sealed up here, we're going to make the lanyard bit for this end here. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold this thing like we're holding on to a cigarette. We're going to reach up around here and we're going to make a loop. See how that looks? If you don't want to do it that way, just grab your working end, make a loop up close to this end bit here. You're going to pass your tag end through the loop, around this one in the back. You're going to come back inside here, and then you're going to grab these two. Hopefully you're seeing that. You're going to grab these two. So this piece that you've put through the loop, around that working line and on the way back, and you're going to slowly start to work your knot up to the top. And it looks like our end is actually pretty close. So at this point, it gets a little fiddly. You're going to want to have get your working end or work your knot up all the way up to the top as close as you can get it. There we go. So it's going to look pretty good. I got a little twist in my rope, but that's okay. So there you have it. So there you have it, guys. Now you've got an Evo wrapped up with a lanyard. Now just to show you, this thing ain't coming undone. And the good thing about it is, if you have to make some shots and you got to make some adjustments, you can just drop it down there and it's fine. It ain't going nowhere. If this thing ever slips out of your hand and you'll end up getting stuck, you don't have to worry about it coming undone, smacking you in the face. And I'm going to bring you on over here to where it's a little bit more bright. We're going to have a look at this thing all the way around so you can see what it looks like and see if it's something that you like. But this is my favorite wrap. So alright guys, tell me what you think. I really love this wrap. It's really comfortable in the hand, adds almost like a little palm swell, fills up the palm a little bit better than normal. Looks pretty good all the way around. And it adds a lanyard to your Evo, if you're a lanyard kind of person, that is. But gotta say, I think the Evo looks absolutely beautiful in red. Look at that. Sorry guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed this Paracord wrap. It has to be my favorite by far. It's got a lot of pluses to it. It adds a palm swell to flatter frames. It's very comfortable in the hand. It's easy enough to tie, and it's very easy to deploy if you ever have to take this thing off and use this cord for whatever reason. And it adds a lanyard to the back end of the handle, and that works out just fine too. And honestly, I think it looks great personally. Anyway, this is my way to go about it. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this video helps somebody else out. And please, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you all again soon. I'm going to put up a playlist right here for you to check out with some DIY stuff. And I've got another playlist over here of some reviews I've done on some slingshots, just like this Evo here. So, you guys take care. Be good to each other. Stay safe. Get out and practice. I will see you again soon. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Take care.